I am hiding a threatening that I don't know you. I just made some text messages to Mitch. He's Moser, same last name as my last name, Moser, but I died out of that I ever knew him. I died out of it deceased. And then I survived that I died that way. And Mitch showed up at this address without me calling him. And it's true, I would be living elsewhere if I lived at all. It would be outside homeless. And I find I am alive in here illegally because of being abducted. And that's because you are not above myself, because you're over myself, because you did something against myself and you didn't die from it. You are something wrong with you mentally ill. Well, you think I'm mentally ill? I'm sure you do, because you're mentally ill with the head that's mentally ill, that thinks that other things are mentally ill and that you're just fine. But you are not fine when you are mentally ill. You are fine to somebody who's not yourself. You're mentally ill is surrounded by a lot of people who are not in prejudice to know that about you. If you're mentally ill in a prison with deceased address, then you'll probably not live very long. But you're being mentally ill in public is really mixing with people who don't have prejudice to know that you're mentally ill or to do anything about yourself being mentally ill. And I don't afford the problem I just made, which is to create M&Ms in the threatening. I have M&Ms in the threatening. I don't want to be here in the money, but I'm here in the threatening. That means I don't have karma with what I just said on the text messages. I don't have karma to receive the no message to myself. And I don't have karma that somebody's not getting punished by God mentally, because there's no other way to catch you. You have to be punished right in your head mentally, and you don't afford to know that it's mentally ill to be punished by God in the threatening. Well, I am at the end of myself deceased here, and I don't afford to be punished in the threatening by somebody who's due to be punished by God. Again, that has happened before, and I disclosed all my leverage, and I did decease myself, and at this time I need to leave the door locking and the formed world entirely, because I'm about to be cried as God in heaven that this body doesn't have a cry in it because it's in leverage not to cry. What's wrong with it? It's not paid for that I'm in leverage not to cry. I'm not due to cry at all. That's the leverage. I'm in leverage not to cry because I'm not due to be cried at all. I am myself, the top of the Godhead. If something is crying about itself, that's because you're not myself. It cries because it's not myself. It cries because it's far from myself. I can't cry with myself. I am myself, the top of the Godhead. It doesn't go up. There's nothing to cry about. I don't owe that I'm elsewhere. I don't owe that I'm something else. I am myself. I am the order. I would like to say something else about myself. I read the text messages of this morning, and I caused some inflammation in the person who's receiving text messages from myself. And that's true that I don't know who that is until I know that he's been keeping his own cell phone for years. He gets new cell phones updated, upgraded, fine. But how does he keep his own cell phone to himself? Because it's not a locked up problem that he owns his cell phone and he has it with him and nobody else ever uses it. It's an it. It's possible that somebody else obtains a cell phone that belongs to him. And it's true that it's not fair that I can tell you that I know who's on the other end of the phone. It's not alive that way for God, that it's finished in the creation in God. And that's part of your problem with you don't have your wallets stolen. You don't because you threaten God that it's your wallet. You don't ever threaten God that it's a wallet and it could get stolen. I mean, I've had my wallet stolen. I'm deceased out of my wallet because it's stolen. And that's a long time ago. Charles Toe, the name that's on the YouTube video channel, YouTube channel, he stole my wallet. I don't have a wallet anymore. And he's not here to pay for it at this time. So there's somebody else who's going to take over. The feeding is not true. I need myself deceased out of the door locking, and I can't afford the text messages that shock myself that I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose what? I already lost my wallet. I don't have a wallet anymore. And I don't have karma to be here. Well, like I don't have banking, I don't have credit. I've seen some cash, but I don't have, it's not my cash because I don't have banking, I don't have credit. The wallet is deceased that way. If you think you need your Godhead to live off of its own banking and credit. Yep, you want me to save myself? Well, okay, but I'm going to save myself. That's what's wrong with that. This is my bag of M&Ms. I can try to open it with one hand, but I'll need to move the camera to open the M&Ms, and I'm not able to do that right now. So it's going to be Alice Swears Deceased that I've been here. Thank you.